Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at Little Golf Journey for the Nintendo Switch. Now do not let the golf in the name put you off if that is not your thing, it's more think puzzle game than anything else, so with that hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family and let's get started. So no story today, it has a few moments of travelling this world and golfing, maybe even a few moments of dialogue between you and let's say a club owner, but that really is about it, so it's definitely not the focus. A Little Golf Journey though is for those looking for some relaxed, zen-like gameplay that knows how to dial up the challenge still and drive up that replayability. I knew I had to check this one out when I realised it was being published by Playtonic, the creators of Yooka-Laylee, a game I loved, especially that second entry. So the idea then, it's simple enough, you'll be facing off against what is over 100 holes of golf, but these courses, they are not your traditional setup, rather think small 3D worlds, almost diorama like, with major obstacles in your way separating you from fairway to fairway. Beat a hole though and it's off to the next hole you go, thanks to what is an overworld map that for sure gave me almost think old school Mario vibes. What makes it unique though, it's all built around a star system that you can see in the top right of the screen. The number of stars per hole do range, but what that indicator is telling you is how many shots to get a top score thanks to the dots underneath. That means basically you can take, let's say, 2 or 3 shots until you lose that third star, and so on, second and first. You'll need to basically play smart and look for a whole lot of shortcuts. That's what I enjoyed though. I had some sittings where I just kind of played casually and pushed my way through hole to hole. Other times though, I was really kind of investigating every bit of these locations, figuring out an approach that got me a top star count. From here then as well, quickly the game introduces a barrier, that is, to progress on the world map, you need to bring back a certain amount of stars. That's going to bring the colour back into this world. It forces basically some replayability and challenge, and while it's never so difficult that you'll find yourself maybe stuck for too long, again it is nice to see. Even outside that core gameplay as well, expect here hidden holes to uncover and challenges like think chasing down globes of light around this world while a counter ticks down. It was refreshing to have a game that knew it was made to chill to, but also embrace something to chase, making it actually quite addictive. It also packs in then collectibles that you'll see under your star count in the top left of the screen. This all wouldn't matter though without a good control scheme, of course, and they've gone simplistic, and I think in the end game it actually benefits the experience. It allows you to focus simply on the skill of, reaching that hole. How do you overcome the situation? Controls though, they go like this. You tap A to start your shot. The left stick will determine distance. The right trigger allows for an extra boost to power at the cost of accuracy, and then the left trigger allows you to hold your breath to stabilize that shot temporarily. On the putting green then, it's the exact same thing, and it's all shown on screen with handy lines for the ball trajectory. There's other controls, but nothing you wouldn't expect, zoom in and out, reverse that camera angle to see where it's going over maybe a visual obstacle, and then also the ability to undo a shot as well. The only element I didn't like in the controls was more a visual issue than anything else, and that is when putting, the trajectory line can look a little disconnected to the putting green, and it took a little bit of practice to get around this, as you can see on screen. Maybe it's me, but I think it could be incorporated maybe just a little bit better. It even packs in though a great set of assist options, meaning I think no matter the age group or skill level, you can make it work for anyone, from that hole size to the sway speed to showing where a ball will go after it connects with its target. It's not something I would use, but I can absolutely see the benefit of its inclusion. So yeah, look, it's not going to win any awards overall for gameplay honestly, but I think it does a very good job of what it sets out to do, and as a fan of puzzle games, I think it's a fun spin on golf with a surprising amount of content. Outside of the visual cue during, putting, the only other complaint I have is it seems like a missed opportunity here to not have included touch controls, because I do think it would have translated relatively easily. Visually then, it's a nice looking game, simplistic, but it achieves what it needs to with very clear guidance on where you need to get to, obstacles that suit the theme, all the indicators on screen are nice and vivid, and yeah, generally a very good job. In handheld mode it can zoom out maybe a little bit too far at times, making that golf ball tiny, but they've compensated with that zoom function. The design then almost gave me grid-like Minecraft feels, and I especially like the overworld map and the game's locations. There's a number of different islands here included. The opening view, it goes from like seaside towns to an Arizona-like desert location to a more eastern theme as well. The colour scheme of each, though, it goes a long way to breaking up what is a simple game loop. Complaints again, visuals, very little from me. I noticed a very occasional minor stutter on the overworld map, and it's for sure low texture detail, but for me, that final one, it was definitely a stylistic decision, and it definitely works. Audio finally, it's okay honestly. It's trying to match the zen nature of the gameplay, and it works to that extent, but it definitely got a little bit boring honestly. It's a whole lot of melodic piano led pieces and more almost orchestral and acoustic, and I think they missed an opportunity by not tying the musical genre and pieces into each location and going for, something that felt a little more in keeping with each theme rather than acoustic everything. The sound effects then are also minimal, and I think they could have done more again by building around the themes. Instead, it's kind of like, ball connection, landing, and that really is about it. Got a great balance of simple pick up and play relaxation while packing enough collectibles and secrets to hook into those completionists out there that want to face absolutely everything. It can then even be as easy as you want it to be thanks to those accessibility options, or you can dial up that challenge. The visuals then, for the most part, they definitely work outside of the putting line. The only real letdown, it's the music that just goes a little too far into the relaxed aspect of the game instead of working to elevate the game and its ideas. A good 7 out of 10 from me today though, and a recommendation for anyone out to relax, or for, puzzle fans as well. It's not going to hurt your brain, but I think it will keep you busy as you try to wrap up everything on offer, and that's definitely a nice touch. Now, will you be adding this one to the library, or are you holding onto that cash? A quicker review than normal for sure, but I wanted to give a little attention to this one because it was definitely a nice break from the norm. A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.